Jurassic World Rebirth is set to introduce a handful of new species while also reintroducing some from the franchise that's already appeared. So we're in for a treat once this movie drops in the summer of 2025. However, with this information and everything else we already know, it stirs up an interesting question within the canon of the Jurassic franchise that has me wondering and needing an answer to. So today, we'll be discussing that topic and how Rebirth sets up a problem for itself before the movie has even released. I feel like it's an important factor, as David Koepp did state that he doesn't like a retcon, but nowhere did he say anything about plot holes. So we're going to be touching on that topic too. Before moving forward, however, once again I want to remind you that our fundraiser on the channel is still active for those who wish to help the innocent Palestinian and Middle Eastern children who are caught up in this 75-year-long genocide. In just 7 days of 2025, Israel have killed a confirmed total of 74 children. That's more than 10 a day. To help those who are struggling to survive this horrible slaughter, you can donate any spare cash lying around to the fundraiser attached to this video. Together we can help a life, and together we can make a difference. Thank you. But for now, let's get into the plotline that Jurassic World Rebirth has set up and needs to answer in the same movie. So as we know for Jurassic World Rebirth, there will be multiple new species that are added in this movie, and that has happened in every single movie. In Jurassic Park, obviously we got the original 7, then The Lost World introduced us to some more, Jurassic Park 3 introduced us to amazing creatures like the Spinosaurus, Jurassic World continued that trend, and so did Fallen Kingdom, and then Jurassic World Dominion, where we had the most new species added in one single movie in the whole entire history of this franchise. So of course, Jurassic World Rebirth will be following those steps, and we already know some of the species such as Aquilops. However, what happens in each of these movies is that the movie pretty much explains where these species came from. The Lost World, they were on Isla Sorna. Jurassic Park 3, they were created unofficially on Isla Sorna. For Jurassic World, they were created between Jurassic Park 3 and Jurassic World. For Fallen Kingdom, they were just merely on the island to begin with, and we didn't really know about them until Fallen Kingdom released. And Jurassic World Dominion had the excuse of Biosyn creating these paleo-accurate looking designs. So every single species that has appeared on screen, and also some that haven't appeared on screen just yet but are canonical, we know where every single species has come from. We have explanations for them. Only Biosyn and InGen are the top companies, as well as Manticorp, who are creating these species in this universe. We don't know anything else about other companies creating other species, but judging by the fact that InGen is in Jurassic World Rebirth, it seems like to some degree it's only going to stay at Biosyn and InGen when it comes to creating brand new species. But that makes you wonder, where are these new species like Aquilops coming from? We know that we are going to an island off the coast of Suriname, I believe. So with it being an island, these dinosaurs must have got there somehow. I don't suspect that small dinosaurs like Aquilops would actually swim from the mainland onto an island, so somebody has clearly put these dinosaurs there for whatever reason. Now with InGen supposedly being a part of the mystery that has been hidden from the world for decades, maybe this island was a third island that InGen used, perhaps even Site C, but not Isla Tacaño, and then these dinosaurs were just able to live and breed for many years, for decades to come. That could probably explain where these new species came from. Furthermore, there are some rumours that persist online that creatures such as the Quetzalcoatlus, Spinosaurus and Mosasaurus all have brand new designs. But why? The Spinosaurus, to the best of our knowledge, was the only one ever made, and that has been confirmed. However, that doesn't stop other people from creating Spinosauruses who have the capabilities to do so later on in the timeline. Quetzalcoatlus are pretty much flying everywhere in Jurassic World Dominion, and they all have the same model. And of course we have the Mosasaurus. Only one Mosasaurus was ever made as well. So that leads us to think, what are these designs? Well, according to the rumours, these designs are supposed to be quote-unquote more paleo-accurate. For the Spinosaurus, I understand. The Mosasaurus, sure, there's nothing really to go against that. But for the Quetzalcoatlus, as far as we know, the one that we see in Jurassic World Dominion is 100% paleo-accurate to this Jurassic universe, because we see the exact same model in the Cretaceous Prologue segment of Jurassic World The Prologue, which is a short film that you can go and watch for free on YouTube. So if they were to say that, oh look at this Quetzalcoatlus, it's more paleo-accurate, that would actually be breaking the canon of Jurassic and retconning what we've already seen in Jurassic World Dominion. And as far as we know, David Koepp does not like a retcon and does not want stuff like this happening for Jurassic World Rebirth. So that is my main concern here, because if they were to say in the movie that this Quetzalcoatlus looks more like its authentic type from the fossil findings or something like that, that would basically be breaking the canon of this universe as well, so I really hope they tread lightly on that. The Spinosaurus for me is literally the best Jurassic design ever made, so changing it I would be very, very upset with. The best way they could probably change it to maybe make it a little bit more paleo accurate is, I don't know, make it have a thicker tail, I guess. I've seen some concept art of it standing exactly how it stands in Jurassic Park 3, but has a longer and thicker tail. Something like that looks really, really cool. The Mosasaurus, well, come on, we'll get into the Mosasaurus later on. So essentially, Jurassic World Rebirth really needs to explain where these new variants and these new species are coming from. A new company, rich oligarchs making their own dinosaurs, we don't know at this point in time. But if you think about the story of Jurassic World Rebirth, they're just there to get the DNA, with the paleontologist of Henry Loomis also tagging along. So I can only presume that he is there to talk about the dinosaurs and explain them. And with that, when you think about the storyline, there's not really much opportunity to explore these new looking variants, these new species, and explain where they came from. The best idea that I have in mind is that InGen bred these on these islands for such a long time, but that doesn't work for the Mosasaurus or the Quetzalcoatlus, so that makes me think what's happening with these two species. With Biosyn pretty much on the verge of collapse depending on what happened to it after Jurassic World Dominion, and InGen seemingly no longer, where do these new species of Mosasaurus and Quetzalcoatlus come from? These are large creatures. They are going to cost a pretty penny, so there needs to be some company out there, or maybe a super rich person out there, who created these creatures to begin with, but didn't like how they looked in their world. So when you think about it, this would be a very odd thing to just explain so quickly in the movie, and that's where my concern comes in. With new variants and new species, every single movie has somewhat explained where they come from. From what we know so far in Jurassic World Rebirth, there doesn't really seem to be much opportunity to explain where these new variants and these new dinosaurs come from. We now have two Mosasauruses swimming around in the seas, we have two variants of Quetzalcoatlus now suddenly, and not even to mention the large dinosaurs like Titanosaurus that is expected to appear in the movie as well. So when we try to think about this logically, it doesn't seem like the movie itself will actually explain where these variants and that these new dinosaurs come from. Maybe it will be hinted at in the movie instead, like a passing by comment of some sorts. But personally speaking, I do believe that the viral marketing website that we should get for Jurassic World Rebirth will instead be there to explain such a thing, to explain what happened between the years of 2022 and 2028. After all, we've got a marketing website for every single movie. We got 2 for Jurassic World, 2 for Fallen Kingdom, and 1 amazing one for Jurassic World Dominion. So I can't wait to see what they cook up for Jurassic World Rebirth, and honestly, within that viral marketing website that's canonical, hopefully they'll have an explanation why there are new variants of these dinosaurs and why there are new dinosaurs now appearing in the world. So Jurassic World Rebirth adding some new variants and species isn't too big of an issue. I just hope that they do give a reasonable canonical reason why these creatures are being added. To me personally, the Quetzalcoatlus from Jurassic World Dominion is one of the almost perfect looking species in the franchise. The Spinosaurus is beautiful as well, and the Mosasaurus is just iconic in its design. So they really don't need to change it up like this suddenly. But if they do, they really need to come up with an explanation as to why. But what do you guys think? Are you excited for the new variants and species to arrive? What do you think their backstory will be? Let me know down in the comments. Leave a like on the video while you're there, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss a single update about Jurassic World Rebirth this year. But most importantly, make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you. Did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.